Hello, I'm Chris Heilmann, and I want to quickly show you how to set up a Node and Express server without having to install anything on your computer. This is a good way to try these technologies out without having to mess up with your settings or without having to have an editor, or if you want to show something to a client, for example, that don't know what Node and Express do for them. What you do is you go to a website that allows you to try out Microsoft Azure without having to do anything like buying it or signing it up for it or something like that. Everything happens in the browser. So you go to tryappservice.azure.com and then you say you want to start an application. So here I say I want to have a web application, and if I click next, I have a chance of saying like an ASP.NET page or whatever, but I just want to have an Express.js page here right now. I click this one, I say create, and then I can sign in with any of these settings. We only do that so spammers don't create lots and lots of files and lots of servers. There's no billing going on, there's no recording going on. You can sign out again afterwards. You can log in with Facebook, you can log in with Google, you can log in with Microsoft. So in this case, let's sign in with Google. And it's just my account here, and I sign in with it, and then I can select what kind of application I want. So now it's churning in the background and setting up a machine for me on Azure that I will have for 1 hour. So it has a Node install in there, an Express.js install, and it also gives me an online editor so I can play with the information without having to use my own editor or having an editor on my computer. This takes about a minute up to 2 minutes, depending on how much traffic we have on the servers, but I've never waited more than 5 minutes. So there you go. Your free web app is available for 1 hour and will expire in 85 minutes. So you got that much time to play with the Express and Node server. After that, you can download the app content. You can download a publishing profile in case you want to keep with Azure and do something there. Or you can clone or push with Git so you can have it on your local machine, or you put it on another server afterwards. What you also have is you have the Edit with Visual Studio Monaco. So if I click on that one, I get Visual Studio in my browser. So I don't have to download anything, don't have to install anything. I can start playing with the application. The URL is up here, so I just click on that one, which is of course not a pretty URL, but it's just for 1 hour, so it's a throwaway URL anyways. So now I've got Express, welcome to Express here. And if I go to my WW root and I start editing in my views and I start editing the index.jade, I can say like hi at instead of welcome to. I save it and it automatically saved it for me in the background. So if I now reload the page, it should tell me hi at Express here, and I can also go through all the views and all the functionality and the routes, the things that Express.js gives me. So if I do index.js here and then say instead of Express, I say Azure. Again, it saves it automatically for me. I don't have to do anything else. I just reload the page, and then instead of Express, it says Azure. If you're done with it, you can just, as I said, download it, or you can download the publishing profile, or you can just let it go away. If you say, for example, you want to have a previous session, then it will ask you to delete the one that you have right now. It's a great way to test things out, and you don't have to install anything on your computer. So if you always wanted to play with Node.js and Express, but you were too timid to go to the command line or to mess up with your computer and to have your own editor, this is a great way to show people the power of Node and Express without having to have any server. So have fun and play with that.